Got you. All right, what's going on there? YouTube's gonna be dying coming to you from Pinku Style. Said the last one, Mike's gonna be the last one. I put a little caption there and said, nah, it's not gonna be the last one. I was either gonna go solo.
Yeah.
I just hit up Lex and everything, and he happened to be available. Again, respecting the man's time. And I was like, also, man, let me get Jaylen on here, man, because he got the brand new R3, right?
Hell yeah.
Brand new.
I just thrashed on today.
Brand new to you guys and everything. Like, again, straight at the top, man. The last podcast. I knew it was going to be to this point, man, it's been the highest viewed. I mean, naturally, Mike definitely did the thing, shared it around. Got a lot of subscribers and everything, a lot of supportive stuff on there, man. So it's really good thing out there. And again, man, like I said, the guys are there again who want to get on. Again, I'm going to have if you guys didn't see the chatter, I was talking to Black Aaron, so Black Aaron's going to be on as well and everything. Okay. So we're gonna wrap it up and everything. And I was going to also get with you, Lex, on air. And probably, if it's cool, man, you could do the same setup and just have them side by side to, we could do that. So cool. I was going to ask you that, so there's actually on there and everything. So again, we got Lex, and you always see the counterpart right there. You don't talk a lot, man, but we got Jaylen King right there. So go ahead and
you talking just not on camera.
Yeah. You gotta get used to it and everything, man. So far as I know Lex is doing good, man. As far as Jaylen, man, how are you looking towards next year with the bike and everything? What's your plans for the bike and the cars and all that stuff, man?
Well, for bikes, I want to get better at handling wise, because I'm fine riding it, but there's sometimes I have little slip ups. Like yesterday at the light, I stalled because I couldn't hear because he had the R6.
Listen to kids being dramatic.
Yeah,
he stalled it at the light.
Yeah,
but it's a new bike to him. He's used to how the R6 catches and the R3 catched a little further. Plus, something was new to him that we were doing. I had him with 2 earphones in. We were talking while we were riding. So he couldn't hear the bike. It's a quiet little bike anyway. So that was it. He didn't. No
well, no, man. You were also doing rolling burnouts and stuff, man, right next to him, man. So it's kind of he's in the wet, man. So you kind of the thing about that, man, with the bike stuff is it never is. It's one thing, man. I'll tell you, Jaylen, man, it's never going to, even if you get experience, man, people still mess up on the bikes. And the other day I had the PW80 again, started it up for the first time in 2 months, and I'm riding around and whatever, and I risky throttle while I was holding the front brake, so it was sliding the front wheel, and I'm I'm almost throwing myself under a car, man. So it's you just got to respect them at all times, man, because they'll bite your ass.
Like today, I hurt myself on the Zuma.
Yeah.
Fell on the Zuma, fucked my arm up. I was in my suit, I was in my leathers, but it twisted my arm pretty bad on the Zuma, dog. Yeah. But we were geeking because we were going out trying to do a tight little kart track, which is cold to us. It was just raining a ton. There was still water on the track. And here we go trying to be superheroes, and I low-sided the Zuma.
Yeah.
So footage is probably going to be hilarious because...
No doubt. And like I say, I got a question for you, Jaylen, man, right in the beginning, man. Don't feel pressure because you're sitting right next to him, man. How is it being a kid of Lexis King, man? What's it like, man?
It's sometimes there's some things that I feel like I should be good at, but I'm not because I don't do it often. Maybe driving wise, I don't do too much driving as maybe before, I guess you could say, because now we're on more of bikes,
right?
But there's just things here and there that I know I can catch up on, but it's somewhat expectations in a way.
Yeah,
things I need to get better at. But besides that, it's not like I'm being peer pressured or something. It's all fun.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But that's the kid's perspective. I actually don't have any expectations. I just want you to have fun, and I want you to have fun with me. So when I be like, oh, let's go do this or that, I don't care how you do, and I know how you are. you know, when I be like, do this, do that, rah! Like I bark at you a lot, right? Because it's like, do that and do it fast, but not on these, because how bad did that little Zuma fall hurt?
When I fell, it didn't hurt.
Yeah, I know, because that's adrenaline. And then after that, so most of the time with the bikes, and that's cool to hear because he be trying to be perfect for me. I don't care about perfection. I care about effort.
Right.
If you're giving the effort, like the proper effort, right? You can give the wrong effort, and that's fine too, as long as it can be corrected. So yeah, no, it's not an expectation. Like when you were driving the vert, when you're driving to Thunder Hill, I did not want you initiating drifts that fast.
Yeah.
This dude was fucking flying, and I'm like, he's going at the wall and then clutch kicking top of second, and I have all the cars gripped up. So just imagine, you know how it goes. Just imagine a whop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm sitting there, every one of them, I'm like, oh, he got it, he got it, he got it. And then it was just like, oh, he's going faster and faster. And then he was transitioning, and then there's a pothole drainage dip. And he caught that one, scared the shit out of himself. And then that's when he brought it in, and it was like, oh, thank God, because I wanted to tell him, like, slow down and only go this way, because I wanted to keep him from the pothole. But you got the pothole, and you knew, like, that, hell nah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, hey, Jaylen, when you going to tell him that you don't like rotaries, man? Tell him you like something else.
He bitch. Nah,
I like rotaries. Like, my initial thought, like, if we were to get a 240, is swap it with an RB.
No.
Yes.
With an RB? Yes.
No, not an RB.
With what?
A rotary.
No.
Why?
Well, you have an RX-7.
I want another chassis. That engine.
We can make an SR feel like a rotary.
Yeah, you can. It even sound like it kind of. Yeah.
And they have that. Yeah, they have their own certain noise. Yeah. But he's an S chassis guy.
Yeah, man. That 13.
What's your favorite car?
Yeah.
Ooh.
S13.
S13 Sylvia. Yep. Yeah. And he's a like every time we go around animal style and shit, you know what I'm saying? He's an S chassis dude, and I'm cool with that. Like, you know, he has his own direction, his own style. No matter how much I would maybe influence it a little bit, but I'm only influencing it to the right direction of stuff, right? So he knows from a baby, missiles ain't cool. Break your car, fix your car before you go back out. Right? He's of the era that the little niggas be thinking missiles and battered cars is cool. Tore up doors is cool. You know, I did not want to go to Winter Jam with my door like that. Yeah. You know, but it's just like I had an obligation. This is my event type thing, and my car got to be there. You know, so but it's just he likes S chassis. He likes them to look a certain way, and that shit's cool. I just tell him, don't burn up all my money.
Yeah.
Because the plan with the vert is, I just want to add some little more like aero pieces, a little bit more aero pieces, like make it look like more aggressive.
Right.
Like for me, at least.
His style, yeah.
Yeah, but besides that, the vert's fine how it is. I like the way it drives. I like the way it looks in general. So
right.
I'm completely fine with it right now.
Right, and like in your current age, you're 14, right?
Yeah, 14.
For 14, like what do you like? Because I mean, we always got the older guys on here, man. Like what's like we'll say like what's some of the channels and people you're following out there, man? Like some of the YouTube and Instagram guys. Just curious, man.
Mainly Instagram. I've been looking at more or less. What is it?
He didn't forget the name.
No, I did. Because honestly, there's more than one.
What do you look at like YouTube?
Adam LZ girl, Colette.
Oh no, Colette. No,
he like the mommies, huh? He like the little senoritas, huh, boy? No, he put me on the LZ.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, like 2015.
Yeah.
He put me on the LZ. I just wanted to see what he was looking at. You know, he was into S chassis, so he found LZ.
Because I used to like before, because we had the little mongoose. And I used to like be somewhat into BMXing, and that's how I found Adam. And then slowly, then that's when he picked up the hatch and it kind of went from there. And then that's when they met. And then that's what kind of this thing
started. He didn't know that.
No, I didn't at all until he told me. So I was like, it was.
And we pulled up. He was standing there like all the other little random fans looking like.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. It's crazy, man, because it's like, you know, YouTube is what is it's weird because like I had somebody on a podcast, right? And they be like sharing it like, oh man, I'm like, bro, I just uploaded the video to YouTube. Everybody can do that. It's like weird that dynamic. Like when I see a dude out, I just see a dude out. I don't see a, you know what I mean? Even if I run into Tom Cruise, I mention his name, whatever, but it's like, it's going to be, what's up, Tom? Later, Tom. Like, I don't want or need nothing from you.
Well, what's cool about his generation and what I'm watching, because, you know, we're old school, right? I'm watching his generation. Can you name a movie star? Like off the top of your head, real quick, movie star.
Yes and no. But no.
Off the top of your head, real quick, who?
I can't do another profession.
See?
Yeah.
They don't watch movies and TV. Yep. YouTube and social media is their movies and TV. So those are real celebrities to them.
Right.
Good. To us, we know it's just a regular dude. Like how he was so surprised Adam popped up because I, you know, hit him up and was like, hey, you know, think about this and that. And I'm just like, that's just me hitting a dude in Instagram. To him, I just hit a manager, to hit a movie director, to hit a movie star, you know what I mean? But it's just, and that's why I try to break down the wall for him. Him being this age, you know how we always say, yo, dog, if I could do it over again, I'd go back to high school, nigga, knowing what I know. Woo!
Right.
That's him.
Yeah.
I try to give him everything that I know so he can maneuver in a way, but I have to realize he's experiencing this shit, right? We've experienced it, so we're on the backside of it. So I could tell him everything to do when a broad walk up, this and that, and when this and that happens. But that little heart get to flutter, and that little embarrassment, and all of that shit happens, and he, you know what I'm saying? He may not put it together. But I try to, like, all the time, it's repetition. I try to give him game, but sometimes I just like to sit back and watch and be like, all right, let's just see how he's going through this. I see the little girls be posting him on their IG. He be, you know, what? Don't worry about what, motherfucker. Matter of fact, you be sharing the stories. So then I go and see it anyway. See how he be trying to cap this king, little capper, little baby cap, man. So it's just like, you know, it's cool to see that. Because these are things that my dad didn't get to see, right? My dad raised me hella cool, like how I'm raising him. But because my parents were divorced,
right?
When I grew up with my mother, I grew up with my mother. Then when me and my brother wanted to come back out here to come live with our father, then he's working. We're there, so he got me your age, 14, but he's working. So it's like, oh, well, they're already obedient and hella, you know, mild-mannered and chill. I got to go to work. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
Me, he's a little more wild. He's half his mama, so I can't just let him do things because, like, we had a thing a couple weeks ago. His uncle, now this is perfectly fine. The reason I got mad is because I need you to know better. He sees his uncle on the street. He's walking home from school. His uncle swooped through and picked him up. This is 100% fine because this is somebody that I trust, right? Mm-hmm. But the point is, I tell him all the time, don't go to sleep with your phone in your bed.
And that night I got my phone took.
That night he got his phone took. And then that day he sees the night before. Yeah. And then the day he sees his uncle, he can't call me, but he should have said, yo, let me call my daddy real quick. You know, he got my number. Matter of fact, he called me anyway from the phone, but it's after he's not where he's supposed to be. Now his mama's waiting for him by where he's supposed to be at. And he all the way on the other side of El Cerrito. It's like, nope. But it's just those thought processes. It's cool to go, but just hit me. Yo, Dad, Justin's here. I'm going to jump in with him, and then I'm going to have him drop me off over to Mom's house. Then it's like, okay, cool. Hey, yo, Mommy, Jaylen's with Justin. He'll be there in a second. Super easy chain to connect. And those are the things I watch him be like, you make this hard. It's so, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy. But what you're hearing, this is the real answer to your question. What's it like being Lexis King's son? Yeah. That's the real answer. You talking about the bison shit. Yeah. No, this is the real shit. Yeah. I'm loose. I'm a wild boy. When he be FaceTiming people, they don't even know that, they don't even think this is his dad that's wilding out. No, it's me. Yeah. I'm me, right? Yeah. So, but I was raised military, right? So I've got super discipline that I don't expect you to have, but I don't want you to be so loose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't, because I don't raise you with as much discipline as I had. I let you be more free. Mm-hmm. I gave him the room that has a sliding door, so when he get older, he gonna be sneaking bitches in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like.
Your mom, your wife ain't over there listening to this, man, is she?
She know. Yeah. I'm like this. I'm like this 100%. So like my wife know, my daughter know. When I be cussing my daughter, be like, "Now, Daddy, those are bad words. You can't say that." But see, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the cool thing about watching him. When he do get mad and be cussing at people, I be like, I do. I'll be like, "Oh, you got it in you," but he don't do that around me too much, But that's the real answer to the question, like, what's it like being Lexis King's son? It's complicated sometimes. Yeah. I yell at him a lot. It is no cap. I yell at him a ton. But, like yesterday, I was mad at him. We didn't talk to the guy. I picked him up and didn't talk to him. But as soon as we got home, what happened? We talked. What do? We got on the bikes and roads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this is my little dude. So I want precision. You know what I'm saying? I don't want bullshit. But I know how short life is. Fuck being mad at everybody all the time. Yeah. Because what if I go to sleep mad? And that's the last time I went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's not going to be the vibe. I'm never going to go to sleep mad. I'm going to laugh for something, at least the last 30 minutes we all up. So that you know I ain't mad when I went to sleep, because it's shit, life is too fucking short, bro.
Man. Yeah, it's like things like today, this is episode number 131, 31st day of December. I didn't plan for that, but it just kind of happened. And like, I opened up my thing like I think 2 weeks ago. She graduated like two classes before me. She was a cop, and dudes ambushed her and took her stuff, and she passed away. Like they shot. She had a vest on, but it wasn't enough or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that was the 23rd of December. That's 2 fucking days before Christmas, man. So it's like, her
Think
kid.
about Young Dolph. Yeah. Young Dolph's family.
Yeah. That was wild. That was wild, man.
Tragedy right before that, but that's why I don't even like. We found that back road, that little road. I found that little library or whatever that was parking lot. You know why? Because all I do is go to work, get off the freeway, straight to the house. Ain't nowhere. Don't nobody know where I be at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not like I have enemies. I don't have no enemies.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't play, because I'm gonna go home and chill with my family. I've got everything I need here at the house, and I'm gonna make sure I get there. I got an old lady that depend on me for the last 20 something years. I got a little young girl that that's coming up, and the age difference, because she wasn't planned either. You know what I'm saying? Me and mommy just love each other. But their age difference is far too great. Yeah. He's going to be 20. She's going to be 10. Yeah. So he's out of school, enjoying the world, doing his thing.
He's starting over.
And she going to be just getting in grade school and shit. So she can't be protected. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no matter how bad I hurt or nothing, I still got to be here.
Dude,
because I got to take care of her.
Right. And think about that too, man. Like, that's going to, without a doubt, trickle down to Jaylen, because he had a good example. And that's like I was telling my wife yesterday, I built a little snow course for my kids. Like I just, most guys are they just whatever, man. People do different things, different priorities, man. But they'd rather sit in front of a TV all day and watch shit versus like go out there and play with their kids. So I mean, I had them out there and doing the figure eights, man, and like it took about an hour to get them going, and it was the first time turning, so they kept going straight off into the snowbanks.
Yeah,
and I like, man, turn the bike, man. They just kept going straight. So it was good. And by the end of the day, they were getting it, and then I had to go out and came back. It was ice, so it was too which on the ride. But it's like, man, like having good examples like that, man, is definitely going to pay dividends for Jaylen and everything, man. But Jaylen, man, for you, man, like, are you interested in doing any like competition on bikes or cars or anything like that?
Well, in the future, no, I don't really plan on, because I don't want it to become like something that's like a priority, because I want to keep it, because it's a hobby, so I want to keep it like at a hobby standpoint where I can have fun doing it and don't have to worry about having to spend a whole bunch of money to go somewhere and then come back, and then just it's all money that involves it in general. But for now, no, bikes most likely not neither. Just
hey, man, you sound like Lex right there, man. You sound like yeah.
Because as he's saying that, I was just thinking. I said, damn. Yeah. Because it goes back to way before this. He was 2 years old, 3 years old with me at Pro-Am, right? From that point, that's the only competitions he's seen me do, except for Super D. But Super D was fun. And I told him the reason I'm doing Super D is because this is with all my friends that have their friends coming, and everybody's doing it kind of for fun. The trophies, that shit doesn't really matter. It was great experience and a great time. So he's known me for drifting, for the art of it, just for the essence of it. So, I like my goal and his goal. Like, he wants to. We should be loading up, going to Super D tonight or tomorrow with the vert.
This is out of service because
it's in but out. Yeah, it's in but out. But yeah, we still. I don't even know if I would go because it's just. I'm doing so much back to back to back. It's like every weekend is at least $1,000 for me. Yeah, and it's getting nuts. It's getting nuts, yo.
Yeah, Jaylen, what grade you in right now?
I'm in the ninth grade.
Ninth grade, man. So they definitely doing like that's one thing, man. It's like I remember being in ninth grade. In ninth grade, I was just playing football and building computers. Like I didn't have did I have a car? No, I didn't have I didn't have a car. And so yeah, man, you definitely doing some dope stuff, man. Like, believe it or not, man, Mike, because you're living in it, so you don't realize it. But trust me, man, like the bikes, cars, everything, like you're already set up to be doing cool stuff, man. So definitely, you know what I mean, if it, from an outside perspective, it's different when somebody else telling you this, man. Like, if it feels like you're getting on you too hard or whatever, man, definitely, it's the trade off is worth it, man. You can hop on a bike. Multiple bikes and cars and everything, man, to do your thing. And there's dudes that will find out they'll probably see videos of you and your dad online, and they'll be like, dude, I wish I could do that and everything, man. So I wish I was in your position in ninth grade, to be honest.
And see, I get text messages from his teacher all the time. They tell me how he's doing and what's completed, and I tell him, what do I tell you? Oh shit,
man, they text now? The teachers, oh dude, they
text and FaceTime.
That'd be bad for me, man. I mean,
there was a fight at his school before we even talked to him. Me and his mama knew about it.
Wow, damn, I didn't think about that, man. Damn, that's crazy, man. Like, so you can't hide from the note home to work no more.
There ain't no sending note home.
Oh, dude, no. I used to hide those, man.
Yeah, and so it's just like, as long as I have him giving me the results at school, all of this shit is experience. That's why we named the channel, Kings of Experience, right? Because all of this is just experience. You're gonna gain it, but the school, that's his work.
Right.
You don't never see me call in sick and stay at home laying around doing nothing. So I bought that bike for him, just kind of like, you know what? The Zuma, I see him. He has fun on the Zuma, and he appreciates the Zuma.
But it's a scooter, though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like you're sitting in a chair. It's like you're in a library with a motorized chair.
It's only gonna go this fast. It's only gonna do this much.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I'm thinking to myself, that's not gonna help him with riding. Right. Then we getting on the R6 and he rides the R6 more and more. But I see him, he cracked that throttle and a whole heap of shit happens with this.
Yeah.
G-forces, accelerating, and it's like, I'm really throwing my little boy into a Shark Tank.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I've got a solution. I want a 300 so I can go run these kart courses. He's going to use it more than me because, he's in the 9th grade right now. I want my goal, and I shouldn't be saying this in front of him because he thinks I hold expectations. I don't. But my goal is for the rest of this year and the next year, you get good enough that I trust you to know you can ride that to school. To know I've been on the freeway with him a few times. I know he knows how to split lanes. I know he knows how to make the right decisions. Because just like Sonoma, right? Yeah. What do they want you to do before they let you drive? Because he's too young to do anything.
What is it called? Driver's permit?
It's just a proficiency exam to know that he makes the right decisions and he'll make the right decisions at certain times. Because Donnie, this shit happens and it gets out of control really fucking fast.
Real quick, man.
And the better you get, the faster you go in everything, right? When it gets out of control, is he going to make a safe decision? Not the coolest looking decision, right? Like, if this car spin out, let me go drift around this nigga and see what... shut it down.
See, that stuff is corny anyways.
Word. I mean, yeah, it is, because honestly, the run's over with.
Yeah.
Dude fucked the run up. So it's over. Save some tire, save the vehicle. Because you see what my little 15 seconds of fuck up did. Couple thousand. You know what I mean? And it's just like, just to get back how it was.
Yeah.
So, I don't expect too much. I just expect you to be safe, expect him to be safe. So then it's like, okay, give his mommy a break, right? She can not rush. She already had a handful with the little girl, getting her up and get dressed and ready. Jaylen jump on his bike and go to school. Leave it at his granny's house and walk up to school, because that's the key.
Yeah, because my school isn't that far from my grandparents'
But that's the key. Remember, I always had a car going to school. Yeah. I always walked to school, though. Only people that knew I had a car was the homies that came over. Nobody at the school knew. So
what's the deal with the? Did they have a student parking lot? Because I mean, we had.
Man, fuck that, yo! I don't even want nobody seeing his. They gonna know it's Jaylen, yo.
Yeah.
No, we don't. Our school is like so small. And we don't have a parking lot.
So got you.
Down there, like the BART parking lot.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm not.
But we're lucky because our family lives down the street, so he can park at his grandma's house, which is right there, and walk up to school, and he'd be good to go. So
yeah, that was for all the students we had in the school, it was maybe like a solid 15 people had cars, and I mean they weren't like they were mostly Crown Vics, like a goddamn police convention.
Yeah.
And I had the I had a Celica 86, but I only parked it there once because we got repossessed, and so I didn't get that until my 12th grade year, so I didn't have I didn't get a car into college, like an actual. I got my 13, and when my freshman
What sucked for me is that my brother, we had two different shifts, right? We had two different friends groups. A couple people knew that we were brothers. A lot of people didn't. So they just knew, he got a car. Because my brother would drive across the street, right? He would drive across the street, and they'd leave from school and go dip somewhere or whatever. They'd be like, these niggas got cars. And then when people started to know that we were brothers and that I had a car too, they're like, why don't you drive to school? I'm like, why? I'm literally a stoplight from the front door, right? So then the other problem was it was like 95, but I had a 91 car. So niggas was hating. What the fuck? Your daddy leased car? My dad was buying shit, bro. But the thing was, I was like, see, this is what I don't want to. Because look, your bike is newer than all mine. He got 2017.
Mm.
So imagine him rolling up to school in 2017.
Yep.
They gonna be like, oh,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's how it was for me. At school, I had a 1990 and 95, and fools was really hating. Then I had another car that was before that one, and I still had it. And guys was like, your daddy must be leasing cars and this and that. That's what the hate come out. You don't need to hate. Just, if it's cool, be like, boy, yeah, I see you. Because there's enough cats that was like, oh, y'all niggas is living. But then there's haters. That's when you realize that you would have a nigga that probably didn't like you a lot of the times that he knew you. You know what I mean? Niggas start hating. Why are you hating though? Because we could jump in the car and go, you know what I mean? Mall, whatever. But you hating, which leads me to believe I'm never hanging out with this nigga. You know what I mean?
And one thing he also told me was like, if I was to drive my car up there, don't let nobody in it.
Nope.
Why?
Because someone can, texting on the side and I don't notice, or just little things that is unnecessary.
Yep.
That could happen. And then
and what else?
That's it.
Don't let nobody drive, because
I wouldn't let nobody drive, but still.
You never know, Nick. You know what I'm saying? Peer pressure works in the strangest ways. You never know. Somebody pressure you. Come on, blood, let me drive, blood. Nah, yo, daddy, I be up there. I seen your dad drive. I be up there too. They could be lying like a motherfucker. But the point is, nobody drive better than your dad. Mm-hmm. That you know.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody drives better than you that you know. Because lo and behold, he was 4 years old, right? Sitting there. And this is when I stopped playing shooter games.
I remember this.
You remember?
When my little toy, I used to walk down and say, go.
You used to say, pew, 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 all over the place. Pew, 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 pew. Because I was playing hella shooter games. But from that point, and the cart's right there. We bought him a little actual drift cart. And I was like, because I always had him with me. I would take the days off for that point because I could do that at the railroad. I still got paid. His mom would go to work, and I was a stay-at-home dad, essentially. I still had to work, but I was able to manipulate it to be off until she got off work. So I had the little homie with me all day. And it's like, okay, I'm over here raging on shooting games, and he sitting just like this in a chair right next to me in front of the TV. And then I see him like this. I'm like, oh, nah, no. No. So then we got outside and we rode bicycles and drift the carts and all the shit. And that's what got him. So he's had a steering wheel in his hand actually drifting since he was about 4 years old. Probably earlier than that. But I think 4 was like when you fully had the concept, you were running a course, a specific set of turns that you wanted to link, and you got better and better and better at them. So it's just like influence and peer pressure. So it's like, you're 14 now. You've essentially been driving for 10 years. The first time I put you in a real car to drift, not just drive, because we were driving all through the neighborhoods, but he was 9 years old, drifting the RX-8 at Thunder Hill. So this is kind of just his life.
Right.
I mean, so anybody like, yo, I can, no, you can't. And chill right there, Like I told my dad, he didn't know I bought the bike. And he, to me, because my dad know I got 7 bikes, he's like, man, nigga, what the fuck you buy another bike for? I said, hold up, Pop. And I'm a grown-ass man. I could say because I felt like it, but that's my daddy, yo. So I'm like, oh, hold on, Pop. The reason is Jaylen's just putting around on the Zuma. It's not teaching him anything. This bike is a real motorcycle. It's just slower. He could crack a throttle and not get in trouble. He's cracking a throttle on the R6. It terrifies him. I get it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so he can ride with me and not be so nervous about giving too much throttle. This will be a great experience. And I told him, and then eventually he could ride down to Richmond, go to your house or go to his granny's house or whatever, and be safe. And so he's kind of like, once that idea hit him, he's like, all right. But you gonna take him to the track? I say, yeah, he's going to the track. Nah, man, you don't need to be on the track. I say, Pop. He's going to have full leathers on. He's got to understand what speed is so that he's not speeding everywhere where it's not supposed to be. Because that's what got me. I was a kid running all these stories I'm telling you when I was wilding out was before I found the track. Then after I found the track, I would still do them every once in a while, but it would be like, but I'm not going to push myself.
Yeah, you
so I knew the difference between pushing myself and just having fun.
Yeah, that's definitely that. And for Jaylen, man, because I mean, you mentioned the Sims and everything, man. Like playing the Sims, do you feel like that gave you an advantage on like learning the cars quicker or not?
It did. Yeah, it very much did. I think it was we were playing Assetto Corsa one day, and this is when he was like heavy, like for the PS4 Assetto Corsa. And I did my first drift in the way, and that's when I first started to get used to manual a little bit. But I say from there, like the more I started to play sim in general, I've definitely progressed in a way. But it's a different feel from real, and like if you don't feel the movement and like if you stall, stuff like that, like little stuff like that. But driving and just getting used to transitioning, the sim definitely helped me from that.
Yeah, more like because it's the sim, like someone correct is the sim. It's like something with the motor skills in your brain because you're still like you can't feel the gyrations and movement and stuff like that, but your brain you're sending the same signals like that you would send to yourself in the real car.
Yeah, you're using your brain a little bit better with your vision of what the car is doing. Like check this out, right? So his uncle, Call of Duty head, he be on all the shooters all the time. I get this nigga any game console he want. What does he prefer to play with? His fucking phone. That shit make me so mad all the time, yo. I'm so good on the phone. Yeah. So here's the thing. So now check this out, right? You hear him say he's so good on the phone. He is. So we just unboxed the PS5 and hooked it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, for me, I'm waiting for GT7.
Yep.
Right? I downloaded the Assetto Corsa on there, drove it. I was like, that's so dope, but I'm waiting for GT7. Play MotoGP. I'm like, that is so dope, but I'm waiting for GT7.
Right.
But we got the new, it's a new gen game. Got the Call of Duty, right? This nigga's always on his phone. He never put the PS4 controller in his hand. I don't know. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying PS4. That we were playing shooters on the
You never had a shooter.
I don't do shooters
anymore.
This nigga put the PS5 controller in his hand. The PS5 is really dope. The triggers, the way it does stuff, insane. You got to try it out. This nigga gets in the lobby with his uncle. He like, what Jaylen doing? Where Jaylen at? Where Jaylen at? When the end screen come up, God damn, this nigga Jaylen got 50 kills and 6 deaths. What the fuck? But he be sitting on his phone doing this, right?
Yeah.
Whamming fools, and I be in there bullshit, nigga, you suck. Because he just be in there. He likes to play fucking lobbies, right? With his homies. All they do all day is build to the sky and jump down and shoot each other.
Practice. That's Fortnite.
But I guess because this nigga went in there and was blowing heads the fuck off. And I'm sitting there looking like, look at this little nigga who's going in. And then his uncle like, yo, what the hell? I said, yo, his brain is working so fast because he's used to doing this on a touch screen. He has actual controls that he's using. He just, because I clowned him the first couple games he played. He was getting blitzed.
And then like I used to.
I was saying that too. Like a lot of the phone games, like they're developed a certain way to like, cause they want people to play it and enjoy it. And I remember the way before Car Drift X, there was the one drift game where it was just cool link. It was just like once you get the mechanics down, and you tried like to actually do it with the phone, or you could do it with the thumbs and everything. So you can move the throttle and the e-brake and all that stuff around.
Yeah, that was the original car. No, that's the original Car X Drift. Like
right. Yeah, the very first one.
And now, so check this out, right? So he was like, Dad, Car X Drift. So I'm like, fuck that phone game.
And I got it on my laptop a while ago. Played
He's like, Dad, Car X Drift. Fuck that phone game, bro. And then
on console, and then
when I say fuck that phone game, still right.
Yeah.
But I was like, go ahead, Jay, download it. Cause I was like, let me get him off this damn phone. Cause fuck that phone game. I get tired of him sitting here like a hunchback of Notre Dame in the middle of his damn floor like this all day. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead and get it on the console so that'll get you on the wheel, right? Now here's how his brain makes shit work. He don't feel nothing on that phone. Okay, he gets on there. He's doing pretty good on the sim. He's linking shit. He's doing whatever. So I'm like, let me play it. Let me see. That steering wheel was so fucking loose and not. I was like, yo, how are you driving this car like this?
Yeah.
But he's putting it together because what he's doing is he had the car. I don't know if you had.
You tuned it.
Not that S13 at first.
No,
we started to tune it.
The BMW. That's what we.
That shit, bro.
The E30.
This nigga car was a full throttle car. It had to push forward. The front did nothing. You could steer it any direction while drifting, but he'd be drifting it. And I'm like, man, so then we started focusing on tuning. I'm like, bro, no, this ain't how it is. Let's get this going on. We started messing with the tuning and it got good. And I was like, okay, this game's actually kind of good because that helped me start liking the game. Because I'm like, he's on it. I don't want to be on it. But I see you making these mistakes. Why are you making these mistakes? Let me drive it real quick. So instead of me like, yo, what the fuck you doing, bro? I was like, let me drive it real quick. And I'm like, oh, I see. This steering wheel isn't active. So that means the tune is off. Because I'm not the type of person to say these physics suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I saw so many things you could tune. Let's tune it. We started tuning it. He's getting faster. He's getting better. Again, he drive with his uncle, putting it on his uncle's door the whole way. I'm just like, all right, this game kind of cool. And then we kind of got on it equal time, but I would go through. There's days that I go through. I just tune the cars, perfect them. Then I'd be like, Jay, get on. He get on. How'd that feel? He's like, yeah, that's cool. It's real. But then this nigga would be like, here, you get on. I'm gonna go get on my phone. Let's tear it.
It was a Switch at the time.
Yeah, your Switch. Yeah.
Oh, they're multi-compatible as far as the lobbies and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got it. I just played it a couple of times and like I had the G27. And I was like, man, like it kind of. I mean, I'm a like Jaylen, you probably know I'm a Gran Turismo guy as well, man. And when you play other games and you like, I can jump on this and drift right away, and then like GT requires a different kind of physics and mechanics, and I mean, it is not a drift game. It's not a drift like only game. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna undo. Other than add a little bit less traction and things like that, and
that's exactly what I was going to say. It's literally just the tire physics because the tire physics are directed at grip.
And I noticed that from playing GT7 or GT6 before, or
GT
Sport.
Yeah.
Because he told me to try drift it one day. It's like you can definitely feel like the feedback in the wheel from like going sideways and stuff. It's not like every other drift made game because, like you guys said, it's more than just drift. It's racing. It's everything combined. So feeling the difference between that and in other car games, it's a huge difference. Like transitioning, like everything has to be timed smooth.
Right.
Smooth. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Smooth driving will make everything good. Like even in real life, everything smooth makes everything better. But it's just it's cool. This kid has been a project for me because when he was born, I wasn't sure, bro. I'm like, dog, I don't know. But as my wife got more and more pregnant, I was more and more like, all right, but still, I don't know. Then my wife did some shit to piss me off in the delivery room, right? And I was sitting out with my dad. I told my dad, come get me. We went, I don't drink, so it wasn't like, let's go get a beer. He's like, let's go to this deli, get a sandwich. Then we came back. And I'm still sitting in the waiting room. I'm like, man, fuck all that. I ain't going in there. But the second them doctors came out and said, your son's coming. I'm in that thing. I'm in it. The second he popped out, I was like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to be a dad. I wasn't ready till that minute. The second this fool destroyed the box, I was like, yo, him, I got him. I was so fucking tired because they put him in the NICU. Because his blood oxygen was standard shit now that I know. His blood oxygen was a little different. So I'm like, nope, where you taking my baby at? Hell nah, I'm going with him. No, we're going to put him in the incubator. You can go sleep. I'm going to sleep in front of this nigga, yo. Hell nah. Y'all ain't, but I've been that way with him, even though I'm super hard on him, but I'm super hard on him because he's a little me, right? His sister get away with a ton of shit, but I owe her. I owe her because he held me down. I'm in Canada. She's pregnant. The due date was a little different. I said, I can go and come back. We'll be good. The second I landed, nah, yo, I'm going into labor. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm in Canada. I can't even get back in time, even if I leave. So she's like, nah, you know, and this is how understanding your wife is. She's like, nah, you know, do your thing. So I called Jaylen. Jay, hold me down, nigga. No phones. No pictures, nigga. I bet not see you tell these motherfuckers what's up, nigga. Daddy said so. You in command. He held me down. So I owe her forever because I missed her birth. Right. Her first 3 days on this planet. But I've had him since the fucking very moment. So I know he be getting mad at me, frustrated with me when I be barking at him.
We get mad at each other. It's father and son stuff.
It's never gonna be no, you know what I'm saying? Like, one time he was somewhere and nobody could find him. This seems to happen every couple of years.
Don't say that. Don't say it like that.
So he had his phone. He's always playing on it till the battery dies. Nobody can call him. He was in elementary school. He left elementary school to go play games somewhere.
Yeah.
Granny come to pick him up. He ain't there.
It was raining that day too.
Don't matter. You wasn't there. So I'm on the move. I'm leaving work. I'm about to go far like I told him when this shit happened. I said, nigga, ain't no point in time that I'm not gonna come find you. I don't give a fuck if somebody put him in a ditch somewhere. I'm gonna be the first to find you. Ain't gonna be no cops, ain't gonna be nothing. I'm gonna be figuring this shit out because I'm gonna make anybody that did anything fucking pay. Like literally, there's not going to be there's situations that will come up, and I got this. You know what I'm saying? Because from day one, I was not sure to be a father, but the second I saw him, like, that's my baby boy. Right, I got him because that's little me. You know what I mean? So I'm dedicated and committed. It's gonna be me or somebody else. It ain't gonna be my kid, nigga. I'll kill everybody. On God, on everything. You know what I'm saying? I'll blow shit up. But it's gonna be in the preservation of him. You know what I'm saying? Of the kids. So I try to be hard on him because it's like, yo, we don't know. Like his uncle, my brother, died in his sleep. He leave his daughter out here. He has a lot of game to teach her, but he can't now. Some other nigga gonna be teaching her because her mother remarried somebody, right? And they're too far. They move too far away for me to just go bounce back and forth every day. Yo, what's up, Niecy? How you doing? But that's how life is. My brother has so much to teach his daughter, right? Can't do it. So for me, I be trying to pound, nigga, learn this. Because it's like, who knows, right? Who knows what happens? It ain't like his daddy I be out here doing the dumbest shit on these motorcycles. Right? I already told my wife, you ain't getting no phone call. No matter what the fuck happened to me, I'm coming home. I might be with my heart out my body, but I'm going to pull up in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to die right here, nigga. But you know what I mean? I'm going to make it. But the point being is I try to pound stuff in him so directly because it's like, I want you to learn this and learn this right now. Sometimes it don't work like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I got to understand that. But I'm going to at least give him a dry run and run him through shit. Like teaching him how to dress, which is a real thing. This nigga will wear the wildest, dumbest shit on the planet.
You talking about the skinny jeans, man?
Bruh. Nigga be wearing the wildest, dumbest shit. But it's like, okay, so this is how you want to dress. I get it. But let's use what you have, but dress in a way that it looks more put together. So it's like all of those things. So this is the answer to the question. What's it like being Lexis King's son? All of that. I'm trying to teach him how to dress, keep his buff up, keep his hygiene up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a point that when he gets it, when it all clicks, he going to be the freshest thing walking through high school, looking good, smelling good, buffed up, and can do anything and everything. Drive, ride. I tried to get him in boxing just to learn the thing of it, and it's great exercise. but he didn't want to get into fights. And I'm like, you can hit a punching bag for 3 years, but it's just like I got a lot of things to show him. This is my little project, and I try not to treat it like that because this is my son that thinks on his own, has his own interest in shit that don't even have nothing to do with me. His music. What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song?
Have one. You're gonna ask me this more, and I don't know. I don't have one.
What's your favorite old school song?
Oh, I ain't no joke.
See how quickly he can answer that? But current favorite songs, he just listened to a bunch of Suicide, Ohio Percocet music.
No.
Just the beats, really, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the beats. I don't really listen to the lyrics too much.
Right, but you see what the balance is,
right there, you asked 2 questions that kind of sums up me. We ain't picking on you, Jaylen, man, but it's just like your age demographic. Like when you ask that question about the movie actors, it's not that I'm not like a hardcore fan of any of these people. It's just like we grew up at a time where we didn't have internet, so we would see Morgan Freeman, we would see all these other different guys and all these different movies. That's all we had. So it's not that you just memorize it because your memory works that way. You memorize certain things that you see multiple times over, and certain songs. And like today, I can't name a top 10 movie. I can't name personally. I can't name who the hottest actor is right now because it's just like the Corona killed the rest of that. Like movies, theaters are never going to be the same anymore. Like all the stuff going straight to Netflix and Stars and HBO, that's going to be the new thing, man. You could pay for it and watch it at home. So it's a good time and a bad time for some people to be alive, I guess. We're alive. You know what I mean? But
like him, he couldn't go back to school unless he got vaccinated. So everybody in the house, well, me and the little girl, we don't have a vaccination, but he's got to deal with shit like that. Like things that, nigga, we wasn't worried about that kind of shit. We just flu shot and was like, yo, fuck y'all.
It was optional.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is like, no, you can't come back until you get this. It's like, damn.
Well, even if I did get it after that, I couldn't come back regardless.
You had to get it before that time frame. Yeah, right. So it's like, damn, those are the decisions that we have to make. Like, are you cool with that? Yeah, because he likes school, right?
I like in-person school.
In-person school. Yeah, he didn't like sitting around online. I didn't like it. I'd be coming in that room and his teachers talking about some dumb shit. I'll be like, yo, who the fuck is that? Is that your teacher?
Yeah. Shit, next thing you know, he'd be the teacher to be online, like, jacking off and shit, man. Some shit like that.
Man. You know what I mean?
Dude be like, dude got a shirt and tie on, like, some basketball shorts and shit.
Yeah, yo.
It's like,
but those are things that we didn't have to deal with. We dealt with school bullies, get your hands up, fighting to get 315. Get to the lunchroom, slide through, get your food right. We learned how to pick out the right food that didn't look like it was.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like we had zero contact too. Like pretty much went to school, and the only contact was if the teacher called and said you did something dumb or, that was it. There was no. Payphones, we didn't even use those, to be honest. They were there. Yeah. They weren't. Kids weren't, like, you couldn't even reach it. But
it was tough. But it's like he has a set of things that he has to deal with. So I be trying to understand it. It's like, as much as I don't want him to it's like, yo, let's wait this out. Like I'll get it if I have to because of my job. But if I don't have to, yo, let's wait it out. Things are changing. CDC just dropped it to a 5-day quarantine now. You never know. We could have gotten it too early. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but he likes going to school. So I'm like, all right, these are things that we're having to make decisions with now in today's day and age. So he deals with a lot of shit. Kids nowadays are so much more depressed. For what reason?
I don't know, man.
I don't understand, because on your phone, turn that shit off, yo.
Yeah. And every day past today, man, is like the people, like, they fantasize about living back in the 20s and all that stuff. I'm like, bro, go back there and get beat up as a housewife because you didn't make food. When the 20s was a bad example because everybody was, like, fucked up. The 50s and 60s, like, that, it looked romantic to live back then, but today is the best time to be alive, man.
Well, if you look at them, his generation, they're like new hippies.
Yeah, true. They don't drive. Don't drive.
Well, yeah,
I know. Jail is gonna drive, but a lot of kids.
But his generation got cars fucked up. They don't care if they're in an Altima or a Hyundai.
Uber Eats and shit, man.
He don't get performance cars, but he's gonna know how to drive all the old school shit. But just in general, music, vibes, dress how you want.
Yeah.
He better. That's the only thing he better not do. He better not do no fucking drugs. Right? These niggas be doing all these fucking wild drugs and shit, but they're just hippies. They go with the flow and good vibes. It's whatever. It's all good, bro. You know, they'll go on trip. What?
Not me.
That's because you're my son. Yeah, but your generation is a lot like that. So it's like certain things I have to understand. But like I've always said, I don't want no other kids influencing him more than I can influence him. And none of them niggas as cool as me. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. No doubt, man. Like I said, I definitely wanted to get you in there, man. I'm looking at the clock. She's like bugging me right now, so I gotta get out of here, man. But nah, man. You know, I just wanted to get you in, man. Like I said, we always talk about you, Jaylen, and you always got the videos, man. And it's just cool to be on the get and talk to you, man, because it's just, you know, the reason why I'm intrigued because I got 5 kids, and my oldest is a 5-year-old and 3-year-old, so they're doing the bike stuff right now, and it's like I'm not at y'all stage yet, you know, where they starting to say no and they just want to ride the bike all day and they like snot coming out their nose. They don't. I got to shut it down for them because they don't understand, you know, hypothermic shock and shit. They don't understand. You know what I mean? Like they just want to ride, like ear falling off and shit. And I'm like, nah, dude, let's go in the house, eat lunch, and do this and do that and everything, man. So it's definitely dope. Like I say, man, definitely whatever. I mean, you know, you seem pretty content and everything, man. So it ain't like you mentioned, like a lot of guys are depressed and they got like my dad is this and my dad is that, and they don't realize how hard it is out there to deal with it and everything, and to make it home. Like Lex said, man, every time I pull into my driveway, I know shit, man. I just like this sigh of relief that I made it home, because like it's, I mean, no bullshit, man. It's
because we deal with so much out in the world. When we come home, we don't want to, you know, that's part of where me being hard at him, because it's like, yo, if I told you how much shit I deal with outside in the world, me coming home to anybody in this house having an attitude pisses me off. So when it's like, oh hey, oh that's cool, because when I pull up, it's literally like I shut the car off and I know what you're talking about. That
because you open the door and the kid, like every man, because they hear me, like open the door, they all come, at least 2 of the kids run to the front door, and like whatever was going on, man, like this honestly, that's not their problem, because they're kids. It's not their problem, man. So you can't. And I mean, to be honest, we're human, and I'm not going to front. There's been times when that energy's crossed over the doorstep, and it's fucked up my night because I'm like lashing out, and then, you know what I mean, the kids are like, you know, daddy's mean or whatever it is, and you know, like I done fucked up, man. So it's like just keep that shit away from home, and all they want to do is do cool shit, ride bikes, and like I say, my kids gonna be just like you, Jaylen, man. They got carts, they got bikes, they got already, and you know what I mean, it's like I wanted that when I was young, but we couldn't. We had my family was cool, but you know what I mean, it was something. I mean, I couldn't play football until I got in high school because I wanted to play for a particular team on the east side, and I lived on the west side, so that wasn't happening. And you know what I mean, so now that I'm in a position now, and Lex is in a position he's in, man, we're gonna give it all to you, to y'all guys, man, and make it happen, man. So definitely, man, like you're doing the coolest shit as the ninth grade. I would rival to say that I don't think there's no other ninth grader or person in your high school that's doing the stuff you're done and going to do.
High school. like today, I took his bike out and did a little track day. But part of it is like, I'm going to run this motherfucker hard so that
make sure it's all good.
It's going to be good for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For whatever he's going to do to it, man. So it can wheelie, right?
I wheelied it. I'm going to put the video up of me wheeling. Yeah. No, that parking lot. I put a clip of the wheelie in there.
Yeah. I seen you pick it up, but I didn't know if you can carry it with the 300.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You can carry a fucking 50 cc if you know what you're doing.
This video I'm about to edit right now, is going to, or do I still got another video to edit? I got another video. Your first ride in the rain. We rode in the rain yesterday. But
so it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop like next year, or
I'm gonna try to drop the rain video, his first ride, tomorrow.
Okay.
And then yeah, next year is gonna be the track day and all the shit. So yeah, I found out what the bike needs, what it wants. It's very fast for a little bike on a little track. It felt like my R1 on a big track, which was amazing. I came home, there's parts here. I literally put levers on last night that I didn't know I got. So yeah, we got parts. I guess I ordered hella shit the day we bought it. So stuff's just coming in. Yeah, so stuff's coming in. So yeah, we're gonna get it going, get there in the garage. We're gonna paint the vert now that I've spent more than enough money in other places. Now we're gonna get the vert focused on and get that done. So top of the year, top of the top is gonna be Jaylen getting in the mix with everything. So not just me going to the track to drive, we're gonna go drive specifically for him, you know, but I want to get everything set up clean and everything done and ready to roll for him.
Right. So Jaylen, what I'm gonna do, man, is I'm gonna give you some game, man. Use your dad, man, as a springboard, and then like jump, like, you know, blow your shit up, and then be like, you know, just treat him like a jester, man. Like, that's my dad over here, man. And you got 90 bikes. Yeah, you got 90 bikes off the because I mean, hey man, like that's the Degans are doing that. Like they got their Degan channel, and then the daughter is doing the NASCAR shit, and then the son is doing the motocross, supercross. Then the other son is gonna do FMX. So they like, you know what I mean? Hey man, Degan's making his money back. You know what I'm saying? Is those bikes expensive, man?
Yeah, right, they are.
So, but yeah, man, no, man, it's definitely a good time, man. Like I said, I'm gonna get out of here, man, and definitely I'm gonna hold you guys up so you can edit that video.
Happy holidays, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this tomorrow because it's the 31st here, New Year's, but I'm gonna drop it for the stateside. The stateside version.
Though, driving in that snow and shit, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking outside right now. This keeps you know, it's. We got 4-wheel drive and snow tires and everything, and we take it easy, man. So that's why I told her we gotta leave like daytime because as soon as that sun goes away,
icy,
ice bowl,
Tip drops 30 to 40 degrees, huh?
Yeah, and it's already like that. It's already like that, man. So
I haven't eaten all day. We literally just slammed everything in the garage so I could just set everything up. So I'm about to kick my feet up, icy hot my elbow. do some bike mods and eat some dinner, man. So I appreciate you getting the young and
man, just good stuff. Now I was just like, when you hit me up, I was just chilling, doing stuff in here and doing some music stuff, and I was like, you know, let me. And you hit me up, I was like, good timing, because I just hit her up and she's good to go, so she wasn't bugging and everything. Man. But if Jaylen, Jaylen thinks coming on, man. Definitely, I'm pretty sure this won't be the last time we have you on, man. Like, probably get you back after the springtime, and you know what I mean. Like, you're growing quick, man. Because I remember when I first met Lex, you were like knee high, waist high. Like, kind of what I can't be like, man. I remember when you was a little baby. Like, nah, I don't.
That's what would happen when we were at Winter Jam. All the FD dudes was like, "Oh, this your son?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, he looked like a grown ass man. The dude that ran the pro-am, he was like, "This is your son?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was." 10 years ago. He's this tall now, you know?
Yeah, man. So
Alex Pfeiffer was tripping because I jumped on an electric bike and he's riding the R1. Alex Pfeiffer's like, yo, wait a minute. What the fuck?
Yeah. He's like, where's the parental
like,
guidance
really about to let him? I was like, he's fine. He's like, no, he told Matt Fields, yo, look at this. No, come look at this.
Come on, dude. You got Sorensen kids, or what keep calling the kids, who are 16, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they 16, 15 and FD, hey man. It's
he's 14, so we're gonna focus on some stuff this year.
Yeah. Not
that he has to, but just that he's gonna have the option to do whatever. So we'll be all right.
Cool. Well, hey man, like we'll wrap it up on that, man. Like I said again, guys, thanks for tuning in for this. This is a quick one for us, man. This is a real quick
hell yeah.
It's like 104. So that's probably the editing and everything. It'll be like 101 and everything. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in for the year. This is going to be the last one for sure. Again, just kind of repeating what I said at the top. Thank you guys for coming in on Mike's episode. I'm going to have Aaron on, so I'm talking to Aaron. We'll chop it up. And Lex said he's cool with having him in a garage there, so that'll definitely go down. And again, man, my closing point of the year, man, would be like, you know, situation with Mike and everything, man, is just don't be be yourself and be like, you ain't got to be like, it's the Hunger Games, man. Like there's somewhat there for everybody. And I like what Mike was saying about that. He want to get his whole circle up. And it's like, I've had multiple guys on, and I'm not looking for the people to do that. But, I didn't ask him to share how he did, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he did that because that's the type of person he is. Yeah. And it speaks volumes, man. And it's helping. That helped. No shit, that helped me. I look at my analytics, man. Like I made $84 off of the episode with Mike, you know what I'm saying? And he don't have to give me his time and stuff like that. And it is what it is, man. So just saying out there, guys, man, just be cool, man, and like don't feel like you're above anybody else because you got so many followers and more so Jaylen. I mean, I'm not preaching to you, man, but so no, Lex give it to you all the time, but like don't get wrapped up in those numbers and the followers and likes because all that stuff is, that's online shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And just make it, keep it up, keep it real. So, but on the flip side, if they ignore you online, then keep the energy the same in person.
Yeah.
Keep it the same. Don't talk to me now because you're in front of me. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
I'm just doing this so I can look back at stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of laugh.
Then this will be okay. I'm looking for that video when it's gonna be a time where like Lex gonna have that clickbait video like son beats dad and
that's what I'm waiting for. Remember I told you I want him to get good enough that I have to go max effort. Yeah. And when I go max effort, he gonna get the little nigga you riding. Yeah. That's when I got maxed out and
Lex gonna Let's go
like,
the full graze
tandem or whatever it is. When it's like, I put all the work in, but you've covered everything. I'm be like, I'm gonna chill. You do your thing, right?
Yeah.
Thing, but this is good stuff. And like I try to tell them, if you the coolest nigga in the room, that's kind of lame. If everybody that you around is coolest niggas in the room, y'all look way doper because everybody's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of whack to stand out.
Yeah.
Around your homies, but when everybody dope and it's like, yo, he tight, they got, that's when it's fire, you know what I'm saying? He's got a good vibe. He gets game from his uncles and shit,
from everybody.
Yeah. So but I'm the in-house game spitter, man. So that's all good, man. We gonna chill, we're gonna do everything safe. He's never gonna be riding like how y'all see me ride.
Not now.
This nigga said not now. I said never.
Good. Yeah. But I mean, you'll
be on the track way
like
more.
You'll be like, none of my roof. So you gotta get it. You get kicked off for doing
gonna do some
standing willies.
Don't show me. Just don't show me. Just make it home safe. Many times you can ask my daddy. Many times I done came home just grinning. He like, what happened? Nothing. You know what I mean?
Shit in the back like a little. Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. We all been there. But the cool thing, man, is just like the being that you experience the speed of the track. I think that'll be one of the things that you don't have to worry about with him. Is we didn't have, like, me and you didn't have that, so we pushed the limits on the street, and then like you hit that gutter, hit that tall curb, and then your control arm is bent. Reset in the track, you gotta, unless it's a BMW that wants to hit your car or whatever. Yeah.
As I be on the road home, I be telling him, like, "Oh, how's everything? Oh, it was cool, except for the car messed up. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Yeah, like, man.
Every time I hear that, except for, I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, except for. And if like it wasn't me though.
And so, real quick, I got to ask you that, man. When you Alexis on the show, did you tell him about the vert and everything?
Did I tell you about that?
He just told me that it was messed up. He didn't give me specific details.
Oh yeah, I didn't show you. You saw it when they delivered it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't see. I didn't say nothing about nothing. I just said it got messed up. And he saw it when they delivered it, and he was kind of bummed. But then I was like, "Nah, look, we're gonna fix it." Because once I actually looked at it, I'm like, "It's only this and this. Like, we're good." So that was right when I caught COVID. We were in the backyard and we put it all together. And I was exhausted, but I was like, "Nah, we outside." You know what I mean? I'm like, "We outside. Let me get this car together." He was helping me out as best he could, but it was just, it was like, oh, it's not that bad. So once you looked at it though, because he's the one that backed it off the truck and shit. So he was, all in the mix, like, damn. But yeah, it was cool.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I try to involve him in everything, man. It's like, do your thing. I told him I'm retired from driving anywhere except for the racetrack. It's gonna be him and his mama. I try not to drive nowhere.
He always talks about me driving. He said, "Man, I wish you could drive to the track and do this and that."
I be tired. I be on the top of the top.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna get out of here for real this time, man. So again, we got Jaylen King joined by Lexis King and everything. So again, guys, be sure to look out for the KOE family and check them all out, man. Like I say, just subscribe to everybody, man. Everybody shares it around, and definitely some cool stuff coming up. So definitely get on board before it pops, because it's always cool when you see that comment. Hey, man, I've been with you since 150K, and the dude got like 3 point whatever million subscribers, man. So good stuff, man. Guys, there, be safe. Do what you gotta do. If you're gonna drink responsibly. If you're gonna do willy responsibly. Whatever you gotta do out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen, man. And this don't make no BS New Year's resolution, because you ain't gonna do it. Just continue doing what you're doing. Continue being you. The time is just changing, man. So honestly, the sun don't know if it's 2022 or 2022 BC. They don't know that.
It's the same goddamn way.
Same spot and everything, man. So see you guys later. It's gonna be Dan signing up from Masao, Japan. Lexis and Jaylen from Richmond, California. Peace.